All right, my people, welcome back onto this channel. This is another one reaching us, still on the matter. Yoruba Nation are going back. Exactly what it is, exactly what the people are still talking about. Well, on to the next matter. Way forward for Yoruba Nation and then what had been going on the ground. Yes, for the benefit of those who have been, who have been following some head of this Yoruba Nation movement, talking about Professor Banji Akintoye, talking about Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, talking about Chief Sunday Igboho, because some set of people are just here to do follow, but they don't actually get the message. They don't actually understand what the objectives of Yoruba Nation is all about. Yeah, so a lot of information has just been revealed to us. And right now, I think the Yoruba Nation agitators need to wake up. You need to be careful of whom you are supporting. You need to be careful of whom you are following. Yes, according to this movement, a lot of things actually, had, joined the movement. Before now, the way Yoruba Nation agitation was was something that a lot of people would love to cooperate and support. But this time around, the whole thing has changed, and a lot of people are putting the blames on Mrs. Modupe Onitiri that since she joined the struggle, it had been woeful. Yes, it had been chartered. Yes, and then right now, some weeks ago, Mrs. Modupe Onitiri talked about the fact that the letter that Professor Banji Akintoye sent to Buhari was a fake letter, that our own letter was the one that had been attended to. A lot of things actually happened, and then this time around, our Yoruba Nation agitators before now, in fact, let's say some months ago, you will see where the youth will be, running helter skelter, having meetings upon meeting that Yoruba Nation must be actualized, having rally upon rally that Yoruba Nation must be actualized. But this time around, I think the whole thing had died off simply because a lot of people have seen that there is no more unity between the leaders, and then when the leaders are not together, definitely the followers will be backsliding one after the other. That's why you see a lot of people compromising this movement. All right, and then meanwhile, with the news reaching us, it had been gathered that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri and our followers have not done well at all for the Yoruba Nation movement, in the sense that there was a time she talked about the fact that the letter Professor Banji Akintoye said he sent was not, wasn't true. Like, there was nothing like that, that she was the only one who actually sent letter. And then right now, some, voice note had been going viral. And then now, it had been exposed that the so-called letter sent to Buhari was actually received, and they came in as one body led by a woman, according to the statement gathered. So after which, Professor Banji Akintoye also submitted his own letter. Initially, Mrs. Modupe Onitiri was of the opinion that, Professor Banji Akintoye did not submit any letter, that Professor Banji Akintoye was just deceiving the Yoruba people. Now, after Mrs. Modupe Onitiri submitted her own letter, a lot of people actually submitted letter. The Agbekoya, the OPC, a lot of them, a lot of groups submitted the same letter. Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, our Hominira group, they submitted the same letter. But according to what was gathered, because this voice note had been going viral, which had been stated that Buhari replied when Professor Banji Akintoye sent his own letter to Buhari. And out of all the letters, Professor Banji Akintoye was listened to. Buhari went through the letter and he was like, how many Yoruba nation are you people talking about? Because one of you, one woman, lady came in and then she talked about this same Yoruba nation and then she said she wants to declare Yoruba nation and they will have given her go ahead. That's why not go and declare Yoruba nation. Hey, my brother, my sister. So Buhari now made it clear to them that Professor Banji Akintoye that how many Yoruba nation do you people have? Because we don't understand. That's where the problems emanate from right now. And a lot of people are now like, what is actually going on? You know, majority of the elderly men in Yoruba land have come out. A lot of people, we have a lot of people, but few ones that actually love what the movement is all about had come out to make us understand that as far as this Yoruba nation movement is concerned, though, that if the leaders actually have the feelings or the love of the people at heart, that they should, as a matter of urgency, come together and forget any rift between them. Or else, without this, Yoruba nation can never be achieved. A lot of people thought it was a joke, and then look at what we are getting right now. Wari made it clear to Professor Banji Akintoye that, but somebody had already submitted a letter. So, how many Yoruba nation do you people have? Which of the Yoruba nation are you talking about again? Because somebody has submitted a letter that she wants to declare Yoruba nation, and then we gave her go ahead that she should go and declare. So, right now, what are we saying? Is this how we want to continue to deceive ourselves? Majority of people, though, have actually reacted that if actually Yoruba nation had been declared, then why is it that elections have been holding in that same Yoruba state? And then, in Osun State right now, Adeleke is now the governor. In Ogun State, the governor, the old governor that had been there, has also been given a return ticket. Governor Abiodun of Ogun State had been given a return ticket. In that same Yoruba land that some set of people said it had been declared. If Yoruba nation is declared, will there still be any election in that country or in that state rather? Because the kind of declaration that they are talking about, we don't understand. Now, the governor of Lagos State is back. He will be given his return ticket if he has not even been given in no time. And yet you are telling us Yoruba nation have been declared. That's why are we deceiving ourselves? Who is deceiving who? That's the question. Now, the question I've been asked that how many Yoruba nation do you people have? Because we don't understand. You said you are Yoruba nation. The other person said she was going to declare and then we gave her order. So right now, she came out and then she made it clear to everyone that Yoruba nation have been declared. So a lot of people are now asking, which Yoruba nation are you talking about? Is it the Yoruba nation that we just have all the state governors coming back as the governor of the state? Or which one exactly are you talking about? So there's been a lot of reactions. Majority of people are of the opinion that as far as Mrs. Modupe Onitiri is concerned, there is nothing for the Yoruba people. That anyone who keeps following Mrs. Modupe Onitiri orders, that those kind of persons or those kind of people are just deceiving themselves, because Yoruba nation cannot be more than one. And then according to what had been said, the only Yoruba nation the president recommends and then no is the one that is being led by Professor Banji Akintoye. So right now, there's been a lot of reactions onto the fact that everyone out there who is shouting we have declared Yoruba nation should just forget about that statement, because Yoruba nation has not been declared. That's another information reaching us. And then it's also gathered that as far as the people are concerned, that everyone should try as much as possible work together in one accord for Yoruba nation to be actualized, or else we will just be deceiving ourselves. So right now it was also said that our youth, Yoruba youth, some of them had been detained simply because they actually listened to Mrs. Modupe Onitiri's. What were they even talking about? That they want to go and reclaim. Yes, Mrs. Modupe Onitiri's reclamation of Yoruba land. That she deceived a lot of youth to the extent that these youths are still in prison. They have been imprisoned simply because they were going around to say, oh, we want to reclaim our land, of which the federal government is of the opinion that it does not even know how many Yoruba nation they have. Meaning, everything that Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, or all the information that has been given to her, is just false. There is nothing like declaration of Yoruba nation. The Yoruba nation agitators need to wake up this time around, that we should all know what we are doing. Well, though me, I have said it times to that number, that if the elders do not come together, nothing will definitely happen. And if the leaders actually have the love of the people at heart, they all need to come together, work together as one, or else a lot of things will go wrong. All right, I'm going to take this comment. I have a lot of comments onto this one, but I'm going to take only just one. Oh my goodness. Well, onto this one. This one is coming from Victoria Oloba. It says, well, there are a lot of people in this Ominira group of Onitiri who do not know their left from their right. You understand? The majority of people are just following Mrs. Modupe Onitiri, but they don't know where they are going to. You can't turn to that song. We say, they carry me, they go where I don't know. Exactly. They are going to where they don't know. Well, onto this one, a lot of things though are actually being said. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take, my people, on this, and remember to subscribe for more updates if you are new on this channel. All right, thanks and God bless.